today. Action People's Party, currently controlling 22 out of the 23 local government areas in Rivers State, has vowed to take over more states in the 2027 general elections. This was as the party ratified Big Elephant as the official logo of the party during its national convention. The ratification took place at a well-attended national convention of the party in Abuja yesterday. The event was monitored by a team from the Independent National Electoral Commission. The party's national chairman, Barrister Uche Nnadi, announced the ratification of the new logo to the party stakeholders at the end of the meeting. He explained that the decision was based on popular demand. He said the new logo, Elephant, represents the strength of the party and its readiness to wrestle power from more states in the 2027 general elections. He added that the party was fast repositioning itself ahead of the next general elections. He described the party's victory at the last council elections in Rivers State as a landmark and strong signal that it stood a good electoral chance in the next elections. Nnadi said, "May we take a moment to applaud our resounding victories in the recently conducted Rivers State local government elections. Winning 22 out of 23 chairmanship seats and 314 out of 319 councillorship positions is not only a remarkable achievement but a testament to the faith and trust the people have placed in our party. This success underscores our values of integrity, hard work and service to the people. We extend our special appreciation to the people of Rivers State for standing resolutely with us and ensuring that their votes counted in a peaceful, free and fair election. Despite efforts by certain forces to hinder the will of the people of Rivers State, by the grace of God, stood firm and made history." Let me start with you, Ugochukwu. What do you make of the story?
This is very laughable.
Why do you say that?
To read such a communique from the APP. I think let me remind the Nnadi and the APP faithfuls of what a political party structure is. We have had only a few political parties win governorship elections in Nigeria. Or a few political parties that have made their mark. You recall from the inception, 1999, you had the APP that metamorphosed into AMPP. They won a majority of the northern states. You also have the Labour Party that had produced Adams Oshomole and the former Ekiti State governor in the person of, what's his name, the governor that won through the Labour Party. I think his name will come. Then you have ABGA, you have CPC. As resounding and viable as CPC was in the north, given the nomenclature of Buhari, you know, and he's having almost 12 million votes hanging somewhere in each election cycle which he participated. He left AMPP and formed the CPC. So that CPC had a seemingly national spread, because I could remember when the late Mike Ahamba, who was his solicitor or his law officer, you know, brought him to Imo State to have a flag off of his electioneering campaign. Then, upon all the love that the Northerners had for Buhari, he could only win Nasarawa State through the former governor of Nasarawa State. I think his name will come. The former governor was the only, he didn't even produce a governorship seat in the northwest, where he came from. He's in the north central, which is Amakura. The then governor of Nasarawa State, Amakura, was the person that won election through CPC. So for when you come to ABGA, ABGA has been domiciled in Anambra State. So I don't know from where APP is coming. That's why I'm trying to paint the picture that I've just painted. So that when you are talking about you are having a party And even before the kangaroo election that I call an event that happened in Rivers State, even till today I call it an event, because any event that you have already mapped out a date will happen. So what happened in Rivers State in the name of a local government election was an event. So when that event happened, you know, the party they are ratifying its logo now was it the same logo that was presented prior to that particular event that took place in Rivers State. So when you're talking about ratification and the big elephant, I now ask, is there any baby elephant that will not grow to be a big elephant? So I don't know what is big in an elephant that is not embedded in any elephant at all. All right. That you say the big elephant. So when you talk about winning election, you are now asking yourself, who is the leader of this particular party in Rivers State? Because the governor of Rivers State is playing double standard. Because all his lieutenants, you cannot tell me you are a general. You have your own military camp, and the boys that are going in the war front are coming from a different military battalion and camps. So the governor of Rivers State, are they mentioning that he's the leader of the party? As you have it in Labour Party today, in Labour Party that P2B might be seen as the national leader, but LSOT assumes the leadership of the party because he is the highest office, political office ranking holder in Labour Party. And that is the truth. So who is even fronting this APP? Can the governor of Rivers State, in the person of Senator Fubara, come out with his full chest and say that I'm the leader of AMPP? So APP. From which angle are they hinting their national spread and having won an election that is being contested by some political parties in Rivers State? As far as I know, APP stands no chance of being a political party in if you're describing it in what we know political parties to be in Nigeria. And where has this Nadi been?
All right.
Prior to all these elections, where has they been?
All
where
right.
have APP gotten any seat for them to begin to pride themselves as they have? So as far as I know, the Rivers State governor has said that he's a member of PDP, and for you to have this kind of wherewithal to stand the elections in Nigeria, you must have a face that is the political leader of a political party to make an inroad. All
right, very well. George, what do you make of this statement by the APP national chairman?
Thank you very much. If I got it correctly, you are trying to talk about the bragging of one Nadi, who is the national party chairman of APP, saying that the party, you know, is so strong enough to win, to restore power from the bigger parties who have been ruling. It's quite laughable, I must say. Like my brother asked here, where have been all these, you know, people, voting Nadia and the rest of them who are today priding themselves as being, you know, a bigger party or a party that is big enough to restore power from, you know, the established party. Well, these things are permissible within the politics we play in Nigeria. You know, it's unfortunate that he's taking advantage of what transpired in Rivers State, where there was no election. You know, there wasn't any election. It was a process I call a selection process, you know, that gave them opportunity, you know, to be in power. You know, out of the 23 local governments, according to them, they control 22, and out of 319 councillorship positions, they are controlling 314 or thereabout. Yes. Unfortunately, he thinks that that is Nigeria. That with this, they now have enough political muscle, you know, to take over power from, you know, the established party. It's unfortunate, but like I said, it's permissible. Everybody is allowed to blow their trumpet. That is exactly what the man has done. So I will give it to him. Let him enjoy, you know, whatever that is coming out of, you know, from these elected officials in Rivers State from now, because this whole thing will not take time for it to dissipate. You know,
what do you mean by that statement?
It's just a matter of time. Obviously, they do not have what it takes to win even the next, you know,
House of Assembly.
They don't. APP do not have what it takes to win any governorship seats in Nigeria. They don't. There's no spread. People don't even know about the party. We all knew what transpired. If not for the issues that led to the movement of some persons who are working with Governor Fubara to shift, looking for an alternative, because party is a vehicle through which you can
contest an election,
access power. So what they did was the APP was just available, and the APP accepted them. Not that APP have what it takes, and this is just what is even lovely. If the man has said, okay, we could not to use APP to ensure that we win the local government in Rivers State, one can say, okay, let's see how it goes. But not that you can use APP to win governorship seats in Nigeria. In most states, you don't see their presence. They don't even exist. They don't exist in most states. This is a party that just has one room office. One room office. No, their membership strength is not even something to talk about. So, but like I said, these things are permissible within the Nigerian political context, so people can brag with anything. I give it to him. Let him enjoy the luggage while it lasts.
All right, very well.
And before you flip, Laurentia, since they came to participate in an event, and they were able to eat their rice, because in an event there must be, item 7 will be served. Now they have gotten their item 7. So what have we been hearing about the purported or the so-called APP chairman in Rivers State, in the person of Nwokekoro? Before that event, he was parading everywhere, making all kinds of political noise. But since after then, knowing that now the governor or PDP is in power in Rivers State, what opposition is he playing? I was listening to Chief Tony Okocha yesterday, playing the viable opposition, putting the government of Rivers State on their toes, asking that the governor should account for the monies that have been accrued since the last 2 years or a year plus. So this person now, does it mean that he's lying on the same bed with PDP, which is a ruling party?
You're right.
So these are the questions that a party that should want to pride itself, because as far as we know, they are an opposition party. Because the main political party on seat is PDP, according to the claims of the governor of Rivers State, Simlaye Fubara. So if they are now in opposition, what has he said? What has come from the quarters of APP to tackle what the federal government, the policies of the federal government, that sitting down with the Nigerian state or with the Nigerian citizens, and what are they saying about what the governor of Rivers State is doing that is not in line with the party manifesto of APP? Because they cannot have the same manifesto. I can't take that.
All right, very well.
So, and now you hear about the degradation and some of the documents that have been signed concerning the Ogoni University and what the people are suffering. What has he come out to say the position of the APP, so that we know what the manifesto and whatever the APP stands for? So if I'm not seeing those things, they are just making themselves politically relevant. That is taking them to nowhere.
All right, very well. And